I wish I found a video like this when I first started trading. I've been trading now for over 7.5 years. For my first 2 years, I lost money. Up until year 6, I was slightly better than break even. I call myself a break even trader. It wasn't until after year 6 that I actually started to make some sort of consistent money. Today's video, I'm gonna give you my guidelines for what I tell beginner traders to do now so that they have a chance to be profitable in just 6 months of work rather than 6 years of work. Make sure you hit the like button if you're excited. Just want to help support. Subscribe if you want to become a profitable trader in 2023, because I'm posting content every single day at closing bell. I just told you my story of how it took me over 6 years. 2 of those were losing money. 4 of those were just break even to get to a point where I was consistently green. And I'm sure if you go ask any successful trader, of course there's differing variables, but most of them have a similar story. It's a very long learning curve, and the goal of today's video is to shrink that learning curve. By the way, here's how I did trading today. Those of you that miss my live trading streams, shame on you. Come check them out. This is how I traded today. But anyway, what we're going to get into, and at the end of this video as well, I'm also going to have a special treat for you that kind of gives you the walkthrough of this, so make sure you stick around to the end. But the first thing you're going to do, what you're going to do for the first 2 months, I've kind of got it broken out into time sectors here, is you're just going to watch the market. Now, let me start with this as well, because if I start talking about what we're going to do in this, a lot of people are going to hear me say what I would do to become profitable in 6 months. They're going to hear it. They're going to go, okay, that sounds great. That sounds cool and all. And then they're going to completely ignore it and go do whatever they want anyway. And that's fine. Maybe you come back to this video in 2024 after you're still not successful in 2023 and you go, oh, maybe that guy knew what he was talking about a little bit. Because for the first 2 months, I want you to just watch the market. And I kind of went on that spiel there because what do you do? If you've been trading for a while, maybe you've been losing money for a little while. What did you do when you started trading? What does almost everyone do when they start trading? They throw money in, they start trading real money. That's it. That's what they do because it looks easy. When you watch other traders trade on YouTube, it looks easy. I promise you trading is not easy. It's a lot of work. I always attune it to this metaphor. They say 9 out of 10 traders lose money. They also 69% of statistics are made up on the spot. I don't know exactly where that's pulled from, but it makes sense. Most people trading lose money. 9 out of 10 of us that were asked to build a bridge would also build a failing bridge. But guess what? If you get a civil engineering degree at a 4-year university, that failure rate's going to go way down. Well, guess what? 9 out of 10 people fail in trading because anybody can start trading right now. So of course, just like building a bridge, it's going to fail. You're going to fail. You need this sort of education before you start trading. Anyway, back to the breakdown, back to the guidelines. 2 months. Just watch the market. Watch the charts during market open. Get chart time. I'm sure you've all have heard the term chart time. It's very important. Every day, I want you to watch the S&P 500 chart. That's why I moved to SPX here. Obviously, it's important to know what the largest stock market index is doing. It's important to see how it moves. So go to an intraday chart, watch how the S&P moves every day. With watching how the S&P moves, I want you to follow macroeconomic news. So I've got a website here that's got an economic calendar that's going to show you what what news is coming out that day, and I want you to follow this news and see how the market reacts to it. This link will be at the tool I'm going to give you at the end of the video. Follow the macroeconomic news. Make sure you understand how news is affecting the market. I also want you to watch the pre-market movers. I want you to look at the stocks that have the biggest amount of moves in them each day, and I want you to watch how they trade because maybe I don't do it. I'm just an S&P trader, but I'm not going to tell you in this video what kind of trader to be. You need to discover that, and that's part of the 6 months of work here. Maybe you're going to be a low float trader. Maybe you're going to be a momentum scalper. It's all going to depend on your own risk tolerance. But so I want you to watch the biggest gappers and see how they move every day. Once again, that link will be in the tool I give you at the end of the video. And while you're doing all this, so you're gonna have 2 months of watching the market. While you are watching the market for that 2-month span, I want you to also study trading psychology. So after the markets close, of course, the markets close at 4 p.m. Eastern. You've got the rest of your day, or even while the market's open, if you're not at work or whatever. At the end of your day, study some trading psychology for 30 minutes to an hour every day for 2 months. Study trading psychology. It's very important. Not enough people talk about trading psychology, or maybe at least they talk about it a lot, but they don't actively go study it. Everybody just wants to study the chart patterns, right? Everybody wants to learn technical analysis, how to draw lines on their chart and how that's going to make a stock move. And all that can be great and fine and dandy. But if you don't have a good foundation in trading psychology, I don't care how good of a technical analyst and line drawer and even strategy builder you are, you're going to fail as a trader. You have to understand the psychology behind it. So much of trading is fighting against natural human psychology. Actually, I should word it this way. The stock market exists to capitalize on human natural psychology. And if you're going to make money in the stock market, you have to learn how to break that. I would suggest study anything by Mark Douglas. He is my favorite psychology teacher I've ever found. Rest in peace. He's the favorite one that I've ever ran across. His name will be on the document I give you at the end as well, so you don't have to remember it right here off the jump. But that's your first 2 months in this 6-month guideline of you working towards becoming a profitable trader. You're not going to do anything in the market other than watch it. While you're watching the market for those 2 months, you're going to start to notice patterns. Just while you get chart time, you're going to start to notice, things like this: trend lines, flag breaks, support levels, resistance levels. You might not even know what any of that means yet, but you're going to notice it. And then you can start to learn the verbiage after that, but you're going to notice it. When you notice, after that 2 months, let's put it this way, after that 2 months and you start to notice some patterns, I want you to go back test those patterns. I want you to take at least a month. Now, this is a little bit more flexible. It depends on how long it takes you to find a profitable edge, but I say it's going to take up to a month to objectify your pattern. You have to have exact reasons why you would enter and exit a stock. Because if you don't have exact reasons, then you're not going to get a clear back test. You have to know exactly when you would enter, exactly when you would exit. And then for at least 100 use cases, let me go ahead actually and pull up my trading chart here. Let me turn off my actual trade so that you guys can see my system. I make a whole video series on this, and I will continue to make videos on this. I use code to backtest, and you don't have to do that. I find it useful because I know at least a little bit how to code, and it really does help. But this is going to help lay out what you should be doing. Write down exactly according to your proven strategy where you would buy and sell stocks. You can just do it in Excel. You can just do it manually. That's perfectly fine. At least 100 cases. With those 100 cases, you're just marking the entrances and the exits. That's going to give you all the trade data you need. Then you can use Excel to calculate your win rate, your average return, your max win, your max loss, and your max drawdown. All of those are very important. A strategy is way more than just what can make me the largest gross amount of money. You have to have something that matches your risk profile, because there might be a strategy that makes you a ton of money, but it has a 95% max drawdown. Are you really willing to trade that? Most people aren't. There are people that are willing to trade that, but most people are not. So that's where you sort of have to then tune and upgrade the strategy that you're back testing for whatever matches your mental. Once again, we're all different. We all trade a little bit differently. That will always be true. So we all have sort of our own risk profiles, how much we're willing to risk in a day. But you get that all of a sudden now after that month of back testing. Once again, depends how long it takes you. Guess what? Now you have a profitable strategy that you have proven works on past data. Guess what? That's very important. It's very important to prove that a strategy works on past data, but there's also a lot of cheating that can happen with backtesting, right? I could make literally anything you want me to. I can make work on past data. I can tweak the numbers perfectly because the past data is static. It exists, it's there. So I can do anything that melds to match past data, right? But then what's more important than that is ensuring that it works moving forward. So you have to prove a strategy works going backwards. That's important. And then you also have to prove that strategy actually works, right? Because who cares that it works on past static data? Other than proving the idea and the concept of the strategy, it working on past data is fine and dandy. Now, does it work moving forward? So for the next 3 months, we're 3 months in now. You got 2 months of watching the market, 1 month of back testing. For the next 3 months, you're going to paper trade. You've all heard of paper trading. Hopefully you've done some. If you've not, this is a very important tool. You're going to paper trade your back tested strategy and your back tested strategy only. You're not going to, well, it's real money, so I'll just take this, or, just have fun just because it's real money. You need to paper trade. Practice like you would play, right? You've all heard that saying. Paper trade like it's your real money. Do not treat it like it's paper money. Don't go start trading millions of dollars just because it's paper money and it's fun and haha, who cares? You're conditioning your brain for the wrong sort of thing when you're doing that. Pretend it's real money. Keep your correct risk profile, meaning trade the right amount of shares you want to trade based on the money you plan on putting into the market, and whatever risk profile that aligns with you aligns with that. Make sure, once again, I've already said this, but make sure you're sticking to your strategy perfectly. You're following your objective rule set. You are entering exactly where you're supposed to, exiting exactly where you're supposed to, according to your objective rule set that you have back tested and proven. You have back tested and proven that the strategy works, so don't run away from it. Don't shy away from it. So now you are 6 months in. You've watched the market. You've studied trading psychology. You've back tested a strategy to get the conceptual idea of it. And then you've had now 3 months of really proving that that strategy actually works. And of course, if after those 3 months you look at your journal, and that's another important thing I didn't mention, make sure you're journaling your paper trades. So you're writing down your entrances and exits in an Excel sheet, just like you back tested, and you're measuring your win rate, win percentage, your max drawdown, just like you did in back testing, to ensure that it matches, right? And then after those 3 months of paper trading, in your journaling, if you see that it's not consistently profitable, you sort of got to go back to step 2. You got to back test and find another strategy. And this is why coding can help a lot with that. Because if you're doing it in code, you can optimize like very quickly. And instead of, every time I optimize, if I go change something in my code, well, I'm going to try to optimize. I found this didn't work that well. So now I'm going to stop under RSI 50 instead of 40. I hit apply. Guess what? Over the last 30 days, I can immediately see how that impacts my back test, right? So that's why maybe code, if you want to get into that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I post a lot of videos about how to do that, but that's important. Optimize, make sure it works. After you have done 3 months of paper trading and you have found a strategy that's consistently profitable, guess what? You now have a consistently profitable strategy, and you have the trading psychology study wherewithal foundation to stick to that strategy. Because the next step, quite obviously, is real money trading. Okay, you did it. You went through the trading stocks guide. You now have a profitable strategy and you have a psychology. Now let's get into real money trading. When you get into real money trading, that's kind of another step, and that's why I had you study psychology at the very beginning, and hopefully even continued past the months past that. You continue to study psychology, because now you've got your real hard-earned money that you've worked your butt off to earn is in the market and is in these trades. It's very important now that you have built the trust in your system via backtesting, via paper trading. You are gonna enter and exit the trades exactly where you're supposed to. You're not gonna hesitate. If your rules are there, hit the freaking button. Don't think, hit the button. If your rules are there, don't hesitate. Oh, I don't like this candle. I don't wanna buy this candle. This candle's scary. And then when you don't buy it, it ends up being a win. You go, oh my God, I should have, no, da-dee-da. It doesn't matter. Shut up. Strategy's there. Shut up. Hit the button. Same thing on exits. I don't want to sell here. I think it might go higher. It might go higher. Shut up. Your strategy is telling you to sell. Shut up and hit the button. So I want you to... You will be much more confident after this 6 months or however long it takes you to figure out your strategy. You're going to be much more confident when you enter the market, and you're going to have real proven strategies and real psychology behind it so that you can actually make money. You didn't just put your money in the stock market and winging it. You took your 4-year degree. You have your engineering degree. You're going to build your bridge now. You didn't just wing building a bridge and then try to send some cars over it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. It helped teach you anything. Oh, wait. I said I was going to give you all something. I have been reading while I've been doing this. I've been reading through a text document. It is my Trading Stocks Guide to Profitable Trading. That sounds really corny, I understand, but this is, so everything I just said, I know, it's a YouTube video, I don't have that long to explain, it's covered all of that in 14 minutes. As you're going through this process, if you do end up following it, you have your steps laid out for you. Your links to your top gappers and your macroeconomic news are in here, and you have everything I just said laid out here in front of you. A link to this is in the description down below. So hit the like button if you did indeed learn something, and once again, if you are on that road to becoming a profitable trader, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I post videos every single day at market close.